Hi, my name's Katie and welcome to my channel. I'm currently at Georgia Aquarium. Up until 2012, this was the largest aquarium in the world, but it was overtaken by an aquarium in China. However, this is still the largest aquarium in the US that we're about to see. I'm just outside here. I'm going to take you actually for a walk in. I went in briefly yesterday and did a little behind the scenes tour with Seachem, but I'm going to go in today and I'm going to actually have a proper look around, and I might just intertwine some of the behind the scenes with what we see today. We're currently just in downtown Atlanta here, so it's in the state of Georgia, but the Georgia Aquarium itself is in Atlanta. The aquarium's actually open until 9 p.m. all nights except for Monday. Today is Monday, so it closes at 7. It's about 5 o'clock now, so we've got a couple of hours here. You'll see these fans everywhere. It is quite hot at the moment, being summer. So yesterday when I came, we came more like 1 o'clock for the behind the scenes stuff, and I was sweating. It was hot. Hi. Welcome. So we are greeted by some beautiful jellyfish here, maybe some moon jellies. Good to go. Awesome, thank you. So as you can see when you enter, you go into this really big foyer area. We've got cold waters, we've got predators of the deep, river scout, which could be quite cool because I'm guessing that's freshwater. Ocean Voyager, that's where the big whale sharks are in Ocean Voyager, and they do the manta ray feeding there. So I'm thinking, let's go have a look in River Scout and see what they've got in there. So as you can see, it's still really busy and it's quite noisy. So I apologise for any peripheral sound that you're going to be hearing in this. A huge discus tank, how cool is that? So we've got some beautiful discus in here. Look at that. Might come back and get a photo later. Have a look at the red belly piranha. Really nice little setup that they've got here. So that guy has to be almost a foot long. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh. They are girthy. That guy's probably a couple inches thick, I would say. Really, really huge. They're not really aggressive fish, but once you get them in a pack, they can give you a pretty nasty bite, and they tend to school and they tend to frenzy, so once one starts to eat, then the others join in. But cool fish. Let's continue. Oh my god, well, I didn't expect that. Look at all these guards just hanging up here. That is really cool, wow. So I just came from Florida. This kind of looks like the waterways there. They've got a lot of gar. So this guy here, that's a gar. And then it looks like he's surrounded by fish that look kind of like parrotfish, but I don't think they are. That's a long-nosed gar. It says they've got large interlocking scales that provide them with armor against predators. That's the smallest one. If you look up here, you'll see some bigger ones as well, closer to the surface. They really are like alligators, the way that they just lurk there. There is also a smallmouth buffalo in here. And then looking for the bass, I think that looks like, that's the bass, just there. That's a good view of the smallmouth buffalo. It can produce as many as 500,000 eggs every year. Oh my goodness. And look, I just found down the bottom, it looks like these guys might be sturgeons as well that are hanging down there. It's really cool. This is probably about, I would say, 12 feet to 16 feet high as well, this aquarium. You can go in there and you can be one with the aquarium. All right, let's continue on our journey. Well, I'm already glad that I came here. Okay, we've got some smaller fish in here. We've got some Tennessee shiners, it says, and some river chubs. That looks like that's one of the chubs. It definitely is chubby, that guy there. And there's a war paint shiner, so they're the silver ones here with a little bit of red on them too. So Georgia is one of the most diverse areas of freshwater mussels, and it has 70,000 miles or 112,000 kilometers of rivers and streams. So all these people in America complaining that you guys don't have cool stuff in the streams, or that the rainbow fish in Australia are cool. Have you looked in your streams? Because I think this is pretty cool. Look at these guys. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a biotope aquarium that they've created. They're trying to make it look nice and natural. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of these guys here. The south of Georgia is the largest swamp in North America, it says as well. And it has a lot of largemouth bass in the waterways here, which I'm guessing eat a lot of the smaller fish. Really, really beautiful aquarium. All right, let's continue on. It looks like we might have some turtles in here. Get a good look at this guy. One of the things I've noticed about America is there's a lot of turtles in the waterways. Anywhere that you go, if you look in the rivers, you'll normally end up seeing turtles. And again, what a really beautiful natural looking aquarium that they've got too. So I thought Shed Aquarium was amazing, but this is really, really beautiful. Oh, is that an alligator, an albino alligator above me? I think it might be. That's wild. See the tail of one here too. How cool is that? It's got alligators hanging above you. Oh, there's going to be a Mabu puffer in here for one of them at Ohio Fish Rescue. How beautiful is this? Oh my, alrighty. So that's the Mabu puffer. That's a puffer fish.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Mabu puffer. Just a really big one.
I didn't know we had freshwater pufferfish.
Yeah, I thought they were from Africa. He's like 2-3 feet long, and he's got to be like 5 inches wide. You'll see his buck teeth, so he uses those teeth for crushing up hard things. So they'll eat things like clams and stuff, oysters. They can crush them up because they're really strong. But look at these beautiful lily pads too that they've got in here. That's just gorgeous. And a bunch of some type of schooling fish in there with him. Oh yeah, that's right. They are from Africa. We're in the Africa section. This is a really cool African river fish, both the Congo tetra and that elephant nose fish that you saw. What I love about coming to these types of aquariums is you will always see the biggest fish ever, because they're often really old and they've had them here and they keep them really well. You get to see some really nice fish when it's a good aquarium like this. I can see the elephant nose guys. They're just in the background here. Let me just turn this up so you can get a good look. So you can probably see that better now. Those shadows, those dark shadows, not so much a shadow now. You can see them, that's the elephant nose fish. Another really cool fish. My friend Adrian, you might have seen my videos in Adrian's fish room. He's got, both of these guys, he's actually got an African river tank with Congo tetras and some elephant nose fish. We move across here, we're going to see some jewel cichlids. So you can see a really beautiful little one at the bottom here. Beautiful African red-eyed tetras as well at the top here that are all just schooling there. They do a really good job at maintaining all of the plants in the aquariums. Oh, and again we got some catfish chilling above us up here. Oh, I think we're about to see some pretty cool fish. The African lake tank. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're going to start to see some familiar fish on here, like a Julie cichlid. I just said before, I wonder if it'll have the African lake fish. We are in luck. This has to be the biggest African cichlid tank I've ever seen in my life. The humphead cichlids down here, right? So they're the ones that Joey's got some of. They're frontosa. And we have a bunch of ventralis as well. They're not overly colourful, the ventralis, but they are huge. And there's some huge trophies in there too. I don't know if the glass is magnifying the size of them, but they are big, even like half a foot long, some of those ventralis by the looks of it. And we've got some trophies as well that are not far behind. And then we have some predatory looking fish in here that have very sharp teeth. I don't know what those guys are. I think they're African tigerfish. African tigerfish. So I thought they were river fish, but they're in here with the lake fish. But man, those guys, they have some teeth. They got some teeth on them. And so some of the frontosa that we're seeing in here too, like again, don't know if this is magnified, but like that guy is definitely more than a foot long. Like the one that is that big male, just in here. Huge. And then down the bottom, I almost missed them. You'll see some leilupi as well in amongst the rocks. They've got plenty of rocks and hiding places for all of them, so they'll probably be doing a lot of breeding and stuff in there. I don't like that guy's hanging around there trying to eat some of the African cichlids. But I can definitely see some baby ones in there too, so they're definitely in here breeding. That's the African tigerfish that's in there. All right, oh, they've got a fire eel in here, it's saying. That guy just there, leaning on the branch, that's our fire eel. They've got really cute little snouts. There's a type of eel in the African lakes as well, like in Lake Tanganyika, that looks kind of similar to him, but doesn't grow as big, I don't think. Oh, beautiful. Now, we've got some cord otters in here, some Asian cord otters. So I just went to Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch too, and I got to see some otters there. I will tag that video if it's out. They're very cute, but he was saying that they will bite if they don't know you well. Well, that's the freshwater part. Let's go and maybe have a look at some of the saltwater parts. I reckon we should go and we should have a look at the predators of the deep, because that sounds pretty cool. Oh, I've got some seals in there. Nice. Looks like they might be getting fed and stuff at the moment. Bouncing around. As you can see, it would be a great place to bring a family too. There's so much to do. So interesting fact actually, no one's ever been able to successfully keep a great white shark in an aquarium. They can keep other types like hammerheads, like as you can see up there. Tried a couple times in Japan, even getting baby ones to keep the great white ones, but they just don't thrive in aquariums. They always grow and then they die. They think it might just be because something about them they need to be constantly roaming and swimming. So maybe that is why, but yeah, it's something that us humans have not been able to do. Ooh, there's some nice shark teeth. Look at these bait fish schooling in the middle there. Really cool. The tropical reef section. We've got some tangs in here. I've never seen a jellyfish like that before. That's very fascinating. How beautiful. It's crazy they don't get like tangled up with each other. Alrighty, so if you thought those sharks were cool, I reckon let's go head over to Ocean Voyager on the other side here, and I'm going to show you the big whale sharks. I think it might be the only aquarium, one of the only ones that has whale sharks, and they are huge. So Ocean Voyager is the place that we got to see some behind the scenes of yesterday.
His name is Taylor.
I don't know how anyone would be patient enough to do that. But let's zoom through to the cool part. Here is possibly the most famous part of the aquarium. This is where they've got the big whale sharks. There comes one. Big whale shark just there. So what I'll do is I'll cut to some footage from yesterday and I'll show you what this looks like behind the scenes from the top. Alright, so we're just going to check out the whale shark exhibit from above right now and have a little bit of a talk about what they do for feeding, how the whale sharks got here and everything.
Alright, you're good to go ahead and run in.
Oh my gosh, that is a whale shark. Holy.
Alright, well welcome on into Ocean Voyager. This is our largest habitat. It holds 6.3 million gallons of water and it's around the size of an American football field. In other terms, it's 2.5 times the length and width of an Olympic swimming pool. Over the 50-yard line, that's our green sea turtle tank. He is a 467-pound green sea turtle and is about 35 to 40 years old. He is one of the many rescues here in the habitat. Tank was found off the coast of New York after being attacked by a shark. So one of his back fins will be smaller than the other, and he was in a medical treatment over in New York, an attempt to release him. However, Tank was unfortunately deemed unreleasable because he became too used to human care and would go ahead and steal picnic baskets at beaches. So he became the Yogi Bear of turtles. Over there will be our two largest manta rays. Up in the front will be our largest female Tallulah. She has a 17-foot long wingspan, and right behind her is the male Blue. Blue has a 13-foot long wingspan. That is our patient month right there. Thank you, Blue.
Oh, that's Blue.
That is
that's
Blue.
Who we saw before. Get to see him in the flesh. Well done, Blue.
Thank you for your 2 voluntary blood draws. And
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like we have some of Tank's lettuce also prepped up over there. He goes to about 90 heads of lettuce every single week. We got 2 whale sharks in here. Their names are Yushan and Taroko. Yushan's our largest. He's 27 feet long. Other whale shark Taroko is 25 feet long. So coming on in over from the left-handed side, there's Taroko, the smaller of the 2. Looks like Yushan, the other whale shark, he likes tapping the habitat in halves. So he likes being in one half in the morning and the other half at night. So he's gonna be all the way in the back over there. Both of our whale sharks are rescues from Taiwan. They were caught and we're gonna be sent on over to the fish markets there to do what you would with a whale shark over at a fish market. Fortunately, we were able to go ahead and step on in and make a deal, kind of strike a partnership with Taiwan to be able to go ahead and get the whale sharks. UPS steps on in and offered to ship the whale sharks over to us completely for free.
Can you show us on the world map where they came from?
Yeah, of course. So they originally came from here in Taiwan. So they were originally caught by the fishing industry over there, and then UPS was kind enough to be able to go ahead and offer to ship them on over to us completely for free. So they were kind of sent on over this way, all the way over to Alaska, where they made a quick little pit stop over near that capital, near Juneau. And then after that, they were brought back on over to Atlanta, Georgia. And that is how they got here. They were placed in specialized containers that were designed to be able to go ahead and house whale sharks. They had current flow going on in through their gills. They were able to go ahead and keep breathing. And with whale sharks, they have a pretty unique ability to help them stay calm in high stress situations. They can suck their eyes on into their skulls. So one of the whale sharks were kind of had their eyes tucked into their skulls for a good bit of time during the flight, and they were able to go ahead and kind of stay not as stressed.
So they're like, if I just close my eyes, it's not happening.
Yeah, pretty much. So this giant squid over here was originally supposed to be an animatronic. It was supposed to drop down and come kind of freak people on out. But people do come in varying heights, so it doesn't really do that. But it would have been a very interesting thing.
That would have been so cool. It sounds like the people that run this and like the team are really fun.
Really fun people. They are always more than happy to go ahead and like answer questions. So if you do ever like come across someone with like a little G-fish shirt, you're more than welcome to go ahead and accost them. They'll be more than happy to answer questions. So this is going to be the top side of our tropical diver gallery. Over here, you can go ahead and see some of the tropical diver filtration, as well as some of the same stuff we saw over at Ocean Voyager. So in here, we can go ahead and see our vertical facing coral reef wall and the curved acrylic window over there on the right-handed side. We are at 50% total live coral coverage, which will be a max capacity pretty much, so it's not going to get much more than this right now. And the kind of curved feature of our acrylic window will go ahead and give more room for our fish to go ahead and swim on around in, and to go ahead and make us feel like we're under the waves. Oh. With our coral reef wall, we started out with only about 10% total live coral coverage. So we are very proud of it because coral itself is very finicky. It requires the perfect levels of salt, temperature, water quality, all of that stuff to make sure it is able to go ahead and be happy, healthy the way it is. Coral themselves will only occupy about 1% of our ocean floor. They'll be home to about 25% of ocean life. Lots of animals rely on for things like shelter, food, nurseries, all those things. However, of the 1% that's on our ocean floor, 60% of that is endangered. So just making sure we can do the small things to go ahead and help them on out, making sure we're using reef-safe sunscreens, reducing things like carbon emissions for ocean acidification as well.
Is that a wave?
That is a wave. So that wave is going to go ahead and go off every 2 minutes, time to music in the gallery. And it's there to go ahead and kind of replicate the coastal features. The crashing waves along shorelines kind of helps with like circulation, filtration, and light distribution. But the habitat can function fine without it on, and it will be down pretty frequently because it is metal containers with salt water.
Salt water would make everything hard.
Yes.
Rusting.
So
here it goes again.
yeah. Woo. The yellow caution signs are more dangerous than anything else in the entire aquarium. I've tripped over them at least 6 times. You can see our mangrove tree habitat. These are going to be red mangroves specifically, and we're going to be heading growing these to be able to send off to areas that need them, where they're going to be important areas for things like nurseries for various animals, like rays and sharks. So we got a couple of our clownfish hanging out over here as well. My favorite would be the archerfish in here. The archerfish are really cool. They have like specialized tubing in their mouths.
Archerfish?
Yeah, they have specialized tubing in their mouths that allow them to spit water out to things like mangrove trees and knock bugs down to be able to eat them that way. It's like a unique ability they have to go ahead and jump on over to their other competitors in the water. They also have been known to spit water at people, so occasionally if folks lean too far over, if they start spitting.
Oh, so that's what those are too. I thought they were little pufferfish, but they're archerfish.
Yeah, they're archerfish.
That is really, really cool.
The little pink guys over there are pink skunk clownfish, which are also clownfish, but a different kind.
Where are they?
The little pink guys over there hanging out in the
no
anemones.
way. They're related to clownfish.
They are.
And is this just natural sunlight that
Yeah,
they're
so
living
like
off?
right above us is the largest sunroof in the entire aquarium. We do also supplement our habitat with like the UV lighting in here as well, because it's not always sunny here in Georgia. So we go ahead and make sure we're able to adapt to different types of situations. This over here is our coral propagation pool. This is kind of where we do a process called coral fragmentation. We take a fragment of a coral, attach it to a hard surface in reef-safe glue, let them kind of grow and thrive on that way. The corals have been growing in here for a while. It takes coral 1 year to grow 1 inch. We also have a yellow tang in here who is missing an eye. He's in here because other fish are mean. And he's also here to help clean up the habitat as well. He's taken all of our workers' comp. Just kidding, no he's not. But yeah, he is also here. All the fish are in here to go ahead and make sure to keep the area clean, because corals can't clean themselves. Corals in here can go ahead and supplement the growth in our main habitat, as well as we sent off to other areas to help regrow coral reefs.
And then what's this mangrove doing in here?
This is going to be a separate mangrove for some kind of, maybe a mangrove study or something. Looks like right now we are siphoning it and cleaning this area on up.
Everything looks so healthy. Well, I guess it is healthy.
We have amazing care team staff who are going to be here caring for everything in here, rigorous cleanup, and all those fun things. That's pretty much all I have for us here right now. In this space over here, gray buckets with the blue lights facing on down in them, that's where those corals are being held.
Yeah. Got some freshwater plants. And so you guys use a lot of Seachem products?
They're probably one of our like main sponsors out there, so we use a good handful of them.
I did not go and see the dolphin area, and there might have been an area with the alligators that I didn't see. I'm also really hungry. I just really wanted to see the freshwater stuff here, but there you have it. There is the largest aquarium in America. Thank you so much, Seachem, for organizing the behind the scenes. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a bit of that too. Big shout out to the people in Atlanta, in Georgia as well. Everyone here is so lovely. I've had such a great stay. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. Make sure that you subscribe as well if you want to see more of this content from US and Canada and UK. I'm going to have so many more videos getting uploaded. I'll make sure that I put the playlist on here so you can check it out too. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Did you look at it?
You gotta take it off my phone. I take it off my phone. I'm terrified. Like, as you can see, I can't.
They're just fast. Like, that's
You can't run from them. You see their eyes and everything.
kind of, yeah. They're just like really speedy. You normally take them outside. Like you try and like,
Take it outside.
yeah, like you try and get like a cup and then like quickly put it over it and then get some paper and slide it under it and then throw it outside.
So you're common.
Yeah, they're really common.
Somebody's gonna be like, you wanna go to Australia?
Yeah.
No. No. I'm so terrified about it. You don't understand. Like,